Hey, what's going on? CoinOp TV subscribers, Robert Welkney here. Going to do a review of another Shaw Brothers movie from the ShawScope Volume 3 collection. This time it is Intimate Confessions of a Chinese Courtesan from 1972, directed by Chor Yuen. And I was just looking at the calendar, and today is apparently International Women's Day. So what better movie to put up on International Women's Day than this movie? I say that sarcastically, but I'm gonna give my letter grade. I'm got my notes here. This video shouldn't be too long. Again, I watched this recently for the first time in the ShawScope Volume 3. This is a movie I've heard a lot about, and I know some of the subscribers like Mitch and Paul and others have raved about this movie and said, you know, check it out. It's one of the bangers in the set. So I checked it out, and I have my notes, and we'll see how things go. So IMDb synopsis, we're going to start off with that. The innocent Anu is sold to brothel run by evil Madame Chung Yi, who falls in love with her at first sight. Quickly becoming the brothel's most desirable courtesan, Anu climbs the ranks in Chinese society. Meanwhile, she secretly plots bloody revenge against all who have wronged her. Pretty decent synopsis, although I feel like the part where they say she's plotting revenge, that's not in the movie at all. There's no plotting. She just takes revenge. It jumps from one thing to the next. So this movie stars Lily Ho as the titular main character, Anu. If I'm pronouncing this right, I don't know. Betty Pei T as the head of the brothel, the madam. And what else? We got Yueh as the chief constable, as well as some other notable, familiar Shaw Brothers regulars. Okay, let's get to my notes here. Let's chat. I don't have a lot of notes. I'll just say that, like, this is not like a movie that I would normally gravitate towards. It's like a drama mostly, with some martial arts and swordplay sprinkled throughout, mostly in the third act. What I want from my Shaw Brothers movies is usually like, you know, honorable student, teacher dies, I'm gonna take revenge, simple plot, some great choreography, some cool scenes. So this doesn't really fall into my regular wheelhouse of movies that I'm attracted to go see, but hey, it's in the collection. I've heard good things about it, had to check it out. So I wrote my notes here. It's mostly drama with some swordplay scenes. The main girl is kidnapped and forced into prostitution. The film takes us through the beginnings of her servitude and then eventual revenge. This movie pulls no punches. I mean, this came out in '72, and I was watching it thinking, wow, like, imagine being in the movie theaters here and watching, like, rape scenes, torture scenes, rape scenes, suicide attempt scenes. A trigger warning, you know, for this video, but this movie is not lighthearted. It's not a fun watch. It's got, like, it's pretty intense. And I was like, wow, they really went pretty deep in this. So for that, I got to give it some props. Now, whether or not I want to sit and watch that and enjoy it, or, you know, enjoy in quotes, or appreciate it, you know, take it or leave it for the viewer. But let me get back to my notes here. I'm rambling tangent. Visually interesting with colorful costumes and characters. But I wrote in my comments here, not really my cup of tea, like I just said, for this this type of movie. The action choreography isn't very impressive. It looked like it was kind of in slow motion, or very pronounced. I don't know what the word would be. I was just like, all right, we got some forced choreography here and some sword fighting. Didn't really sell it all that well. I found myself, okay, here's a big chunk here. I found myself having a difficult time keeping track of which female lead was on screen, as they both look kind of similar. Now, the two women in the movie are both stunning and gorgeous, pretty to look at. They did their acting well and everything, but at some point in the movie, they're both like dressing the same, and makeup is the same, and they have similar facial features. And it was even extra confusing towards the end of the movie, where the lead character, Anu, is fighting, and she's in like a pink outfit, and then it cuts to another shot in a different area. And suddenly she switches from that pink outfit to a white outfit. And then the other lead, the madam, is now wearing a pink outfit. And I was like, what is going on? I mean, we got to have the script supervisor needed to make a little note here saying like, hey, director, this might be confusing to the audience. Me, I know I'm watching this, 40 years later, 50 years later or whatever. But that's that's a thing you gotta like sort of figure out when you're shooting this and editing that. So I don't know. I appreciated their charm and their good looks, but I feel like they looked very similar in the way some of these scenes were shot. I got a little lost and kind of confused there. So that was my little tangent there. Hopefully it doesn't come out sounding too wrong, Let's see, what else we got here? Clearly, the subject matter is meant to make the viewer uncomfortable, and it does. I felt uncomfortable. It's a bit of a leap of faith to accept that the lead character, Anu, was able to learn martial arts and master swordplay in such a long time. I mean, there's basically like maybe 1-2 scenes where the madam is training her. It feels more like romance and seduction than actually training. I feel like maybe the plotting and the training, or maybe just like learning techniques in like poison and stealth, and even reading about it. I don't know if there's books talking about that stuff, but that stuff wasn't in this movie at all. Missing chapter there. It was a one-time watch for me, even though I rewatched it a second time with the Tony Raines commentary, who does a great job of talking about the movie and the director and the laying things out. There's actually 2 commentaries. There's one from critic Sam Dian. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name correctly there. I haven't listened to that yet. I was like, do I want to watch this a third time with another commentary? But I may revisit that to see what her perspective is from there. It's from, picture looks great, costume looks great. I don't have any complaints with that. I just have some of my points that I was making in the video. So letter grade, gonna give it the dreaded D+. For me, it's below average. I know I might get heavy comments on this video saying, Rob, you're crazy. This is an A++ movie. It's amazing. It's great. I'll say it's groundbreaking. It's inventive. It feels genuine in parts, and other parts it just was like, okay, I don't follow this, or I'm not seeing where this is going here. So you'll have to let me know what you think in the comments below. Give me your counterpoints. Sell it to me so then I'll watch it a third time with the other commentary. Maybe I'll see what you see in the movie that is so amazing with the intimate confessions of a Chinese courtesan. So happy International Women's Day to you all, and we'll see you next time.